Welcome and thanks for joining our cooking class tonight. If you don't know me already, my name is Jessica Copeland and I am a leader and independent consultant with Epicure. I have been with Epicure for about a year and a half now officially, but I've been using the products for the better of a decade. And I actually mentor a team of nearly 40 amazing women from all walks of life across the country. So how great is that? I get to work my business from home. I'm super pumped to start getting out there doing in-person, in-home cooking classes for you and your friends to taste test. Though I thoroughly enjoy doing my virtual classes, I just can't wait to get out there and see you all and for you all to taste the amazing products that Epicure has to offer. I am a fire wife and I'm also a mom to two boys, Emmett, who is 4, and Raylan, who is 6. So very busy, very busy household. And if you haven't been following, we're about to move out of this house. So we've lived here in Peterborough for 5 years. We are about to put all of our belongings in 2 pods that are currently sitting in our driveway and move to the country, place those pods there and live in our trailer while we build a house. Some may call us crazy, some may call us adventurous. So whatever you call it, if you want to follow along, friend me on Facebook and join my cooking group so that I can share with all of you. All right, I love what I get to do. So without further ado, let's start with dessert. So tonight I'm gonna make citrus lime no-bake cheesecake, and it is a delicious brand new dessert for the spring summer catalog. I'm gonna do a rendition of it into mini tarts so that instead of making a big pie, we can have little treats when we want them, and we just store them in the freezer. So tonight I'm actually going to be highlighting our Simple Summer collection, which is only available for a limited time in our summer collection or summer catalog. So if you're watching this, you're going to want to grab your Simple Summer collection. If you pop open the catalog either by PDF online, or if you have a hard copy, it's on page 15 of our Spring Summer 2021 catalog. So the Simple Summer collection actually comes with 12 different products. So it's a really great price point at $109.50 Canadian or $98.50 US. Fabulous price point for 12 products, 30 different meals, making over 120 servings. Great price point. Hosts always love using their half-price credit on stuff like this. It's very popular. There are a few exclusive products in this collection that you can only get. You can't buy them individually. One is our barbecue chicken and rib, because that has actually sold out now for the summer, as well as our iconic red pepper jelly right here. Came back for the season in a bigger format. So delicious on brie, so delicious mixed with their teriyaki seasoning, so delicious on its own, but can only be bought in the Simple Summer collection. So I'm gonna crack that baby open tonight to make you some delicious dinner here. So the 12 products you're gonna get 2 of our cheddar and jalapeno cornbread. You're gonna get our citrus lime no-bake cheesecake. You're gonna get our easy peasy taco, which is also brand new, and I'm gonna show you how to make that tonight. It is vegan. It is packed with protein, 22 grams of split pea protein in each serving, and each portion makes 4 servings. So tons of protein. Great for you, heart healthy, and sustainable. You're going to get our Simply Better baked beans, which have no sodium at all. You're going to get our brand new smoke and barbecue sauce. Each pack makes 3.5 whopping cups of delicious sweet and sticky barbecue sauce. You're going to get, of course, our red garlic topper, which has come back for a limited time. It's Sanzel, which is actually a salt-like topper with no sodium. Our red pepper jelly, our teriyaki dry glaze, which I love, on chicken and salmon. You're getting our Tuscan chicken burger, our West Coast burger, and last but not least, our pesto. That's a lot of product. This is an amazing collection. You're gonna wanna pick that up tonight. All right, so I'm gonna make that no-bake cheesecake for you. And like I mentioned, I'm going to make it as the little tarts rather than a big cheesecake. So I'm gonna bring this over so you can actually see. Move this over. Why start with dessert? Why not? Okay, so I actually got a new mixer because I don't want to bring my stand mixer into the trailer because it's gonna take up too much room. So we're gonna give this guy a go. I've wanted it for a while, but I thought this was the right time to grab it because it'll take up a lot less room. Woo. So if I fumble around with this because I've literally never used it before. So it first calls to get a brick of cream cheese and just soften it up. I've had it out for about an hour now, so it shouldn't be too hard. I opted for a light version, but of course you can go full fat if you want. No shame in that. This is an amazing dessert, especially for the summer when it's hot, because you don't have to turn on the oven. This is a no-bake cheesecake. It's actually much lighter than your typical cheesecake. I personally have a really hard time with cheesecake. I can't eat a ton of it. It's, I just generally don't do well with it. So, oh, I might need a bigger bowl. This might not work out well. Let's give it a go. Let's see. Might be okay. Might be okay. Does anybody else have a beater like this? I feel like I'm gonna fling cream cheese across the room. Oh my gosh, this might be a little high tech. I love my stand mixer, my goodness, but it's just not gonna work in the trailer. All right, so it says to cream the cream cheese, I guess, so I'm gonna turn it up. Hey, that's doing a really good job. Wow, maybe I just need to get used to this. All right, so that looks pretty good. That looks creamed, right? Who doesn't love cream cheese? Give me a break. Okay, I'm gonna have to follow the recipe because I haven't made this totally before. So let's see, it says beat the cream cheese, add the lime zest, and using the press, we're gonna put in the juice from a lime. Right, okay, so I'm so excited to make this because I've made it as a full cheesecake before, and it's so good. I actually zested 2 full limes. It only calls for 1, but I really like the tart and sour from the lime. But I have zested 2 full limes. You can go with 1. I actually have I have a team member who has also made it with both lemon and orange, and she says they are amazing. So you can also give that a try. So I'm gonna go ahead and just mix in my yum. There we go. Oh, maybe I like hand mixers. This is kind of fun. I still feel like I'm gonna fling cream cheese across the room. Okay. Cool. All right. So we've got our lime zest, and if you don't own, so this is called a microplane. Epicure doesn't make a microplane, but you can pick them up pretty cheap on Amazon or any cooking store, really. And it's just a very fine grater, essentially. You can probably use the small thing on the grater if you didn't have a microplane. It won't get it quite as small, but it would work. But that's basically all you do. And zesting gives such great flavor to food and baked goods. So if you don't have one, I highly recommend it. I don't have a particular brand or anything that I recommend, but they're great. Okay, so now we're gonna put in the juice of 1 whole lime. So I'm gonna use my 2-in-1 citrus press, and you can just see how much juice you get out of this. Our citrus press, I cannot speak highly enough about it. It gets all the juice out. Like, it's amazing. If you've never used our citrus press or you don't own a citrus press, this is the one you want. Check this out. So it does lemons and it also does limes. I've used it for orange, small like navel oranges as well. But it completely inverts the fruit, right? There is no more juice left in that. So I highly, highly recommend our 2-in-1 citrus press. All right, so let's mix in our, our lime juice. Maybe it will be cream cheese flowing all over the place. Whew. I'm not usually apprehensive about things in the kitchen, but this is, this reminds me of baking like as a kid with my grandma. I don't know, it works pretty well though. Okay, so we have all those ingredients put together. And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna add whipping cream and the mix. All right. Yeah, okay, so we have our whipping cream. Where did I put my whipping cream? Oh, yes, in the fridge. I don't know if we're gonna have enough room in this bowl, but we're gonna try. So this is our citrus lime no bake cheesecake. We're gonna pop that in. Woo! Luna usually makes some sort of an appearance in my live videos. And we're gonna get mixing that. So that's our mix. There we go. And, oh, right on. And you don't hear any clinking. Hey, I'm pretty pleased so far with this. Okay, and then we're gonna slowly add the whipping cream. It says it's nice and cold, so it should get really, really nice. So it says for whipping, we want 7 or 8. All right, here goes. We're probably gonna make a bit of a mess. I would say it's doing a pretty good job though. I'm not gonna lie, I'm not sure if this bowl is big enough. We're probably gonna have cheesecake everywhere. Oh yeah, we literally have cheesecake everywhere. Okay. That's okay. Who doesn't like cheesecake everywhere? I never claim to be the cleanest chef, but I definitely should have used a bigger bowl for a hand mixer. All right, let's do this. Okay, so now that there is literally cheesecake everywhere in my kitchen, like I don't know if you can see it on the vegetables, but it's everywhere. Oh my God, it tastes so amazing though. Wow. So good. Okay, so now, look at this. There's literally cheesecake everywhere. Okay, usually something like that happens in my lives. Okay, so I'm gonna take a really big spoon and I'm just gonna show you. Wow, look at that. Oh, I could take, I know, so I could shove my face in that bowl right now. So. All right, has anybody had this no bake cheesecake before? It's really good. It's really good, but I haven't made it as a small tart. And I think for me, that's the way to go. So the freezer is gonna do all the work. We're not gonna bake this. The freezer is gonna do all the work. So this is something you can make up ahead of time if you were having a barbecue. You know, you can just make it up. It makes 36 mini tarts, 36. So you could keep these in the freezer and then, I mean, you're gonna have dessert for the rest of the summer. But I do challenge you not to eat all 36 in a week because I don't know, I can't manage to not, so. All right. So all I'm gonna do is I'm just tossing it in a bag. so that I can pipe it into our little mini tarts. I mean, how can I not lick my fingers? Sorry, guys. Obviously, if I was cooking for you guys, I wouldn't be doing that, but I'm at home and I'm gonna eat it. Okay, so I have cooked 2 packs of the 18 mini tarts. I baked them. So I'm just gonna do up a small batch of them here. I'm gonna get my fingers all dirty again, but, and this is a trick. You just put it in a Ziploc. You could also spoon it in, but this will just make it quite easy. So you just, it's coming out the top. I clearly didn't close that well enough. We have disaster after disaster tonight. My goodness. There could be worse things I could be getting all over my fingers. Maybe I did that on purpose, I'm sorry. So don't do like me, don't get it all over the place, but anyway, here we go. Okay, so you pipe it into your tarts. Look at that. So good. Look how creamy and whipped it is. Super quick, right? I'm just going to probably, since my hands are already dirty, and you could totally use a spoon if you wanted. You don't have to do it this way, but I actually think, pending my mess that I made, this is actually much quicker. And you can actually see the zested lime in there. Now what you can also do is if you had like angel food cake or something, because you could end up with extra. I mean, I would just eat it, but if you had like some leftover cake or like any angel food cake or something like that, you could crumble it up and put it in a like a glass, and then put the put that topping in. You could do that with our lemon curd as well, and oh my goodness, it's good. All right, so there's our little tarts. I've just made 36 of them, plus I have a dollop on my counter. But I'm gonna pop that in the freezer. And they'll be ready by the time we're done here. If I can find her. That's the key. If I can find her. That is always the key. I made ice cream the other day. It's still here, shockingly. Alright, so I've got that in the freezer, ready to go. Well, we're just gonna do that. And that is not going in the garbage, my friends. I'm gonna eat that. Okay, so we made our citrus lime tarts. Yum, I can't wait for that to, so it'll just get a little firmer in the freezer, and you can literally eat them out of the freezer. So good, so good. Okay, what are we gonna make next? Let's make sweet and sour slaw and then Tex-Mex street corn. So easy, so good. I make corn like this all the time, okay? Save your money, save the work. Buy your corn with the husk on it, leave it on. Trust me. If you've never made corn like this, you're missing out. Once you try it this way, you're never gonna do it like any other way, okay? All you're gonna do, I'm just gonna make 2 tonight because it's just my husband and I. You're just gonna cut the ends off your corn, leave it husked. There's nothing else. I'm popping it in my multi-purpose steamer, no rack. I'm gonna close it up, and I'm gonna throw it in my microwave for 5 minutes. Yeah, that's it. All right, so I've popped that in, and while we're waiting for the corn to cook, we're gonna make our slaw. Okay, so to make our slaw, I've already put apple cider vinegar and oil in this bowl. I'm gonna use my mini whisk to make up the sauce. What we're gonna add to it, 3 tablespoons of this baby, our red pepper jelly. So good. I wish it was available all year long. If I can get it open. It's such a pretty jar. I don't want to do this to it, but there we go. Only had to hit it twice at least. Okay, let's grab. I'm gonna use my 4-in-1 spice spoon. If you don't have 1 or 2 or 3 of these, they are fantastic. I believe they're only $6.50 Canadian, but save room in your drawer. This will help. It does the job of 4 different spice spoons. We have our tablespoon, we have our teaspoon, we have half a teaspoon and a 1/4 teaspoon. It's fabulous. They fit right into our spice jars without any problem. So we're gonna use 3 tablespoons of this delicious red pepper jelly. All right, so we've got our 3 tablespoons of that. I'm gonna hoard the rest of that for as long as I can. It probably, now that it's open, won't last. We're just gonna mix that up. And that's it for our sauce. Apple cider vinegar, 2 tablespoons of that, 2 tablespoons of olive oil or avocado oil, and 3 tablespoons of our red pepper jelly. So now that we have our sauce, this is really simple. You can save time, or if it's a busy night, you can use a bag of pre-shredded coleslaw, or you can very easily make your own with our 4-in-1 mandolin. So this is our mandolin. It's very lightweight. It sits on our bowls very nicely. That's our sauce. Okay. Sits on our bowls really nicely. It has these feet on them. Okay. It just sits like that. This is a julienne, but it's a small one, and I'm going to use my larger one here. So comes with a nice case, has all your plates in there. They're easy to pop in and out, easy to clean. That's it. Always remember to use the guard when you're using a mandolin. If I can find it, yep, there it is. So has these teeth in it, and you just pull up and push. Okay, so we're gonna lock our claws in there. We're gonna put some. This might be easier if I put it down, but it's quite a big heap of cabbage. I don't want to make a mess here. I'm not coming anywhere close to that. But once I get smaller, I'll use that guard, but I'm pretty far away from it at this point. So I have about a 1/4 cabbage here, and we're just shredding it on the big setting. Okay. Making a mess everywhere. If you use a bigger bowl, you probably won't make as much of a mess as I am right now. Oh, we're gonna have quite the mess to clean up there. All right, so I'm on to, I'm gonna give that a little stir because I'm not sure how much. Yeah, that's quite good actually. I'm also gonna do a little bit of carrot. And then you could also add like red cabbage if you wanted. I'm gonna add some carrots. You can add some onion if you wanted. So I'm gonna just trade my big one here. And these clean so easily, you just rinse them off. Like it's very, very simple. And I'm going to use my little small guy here. And this, I'm gonna wanna use my guard for sure, because this is not gonna be, that's too close for fingers. That corn is already ready. Holy doodle. There we go. Now I got my little feet out. Let's see if I can get it. Guys, mandolins scare me, but this is a pretty good one. give that a little mix and see how that's doing. I think, yeah, that's really good. Okay, so the other thing you could do is you could add a little salt and pepper. I also love what's called SPG. It's one of my favorite spices. It stands for salt, pepper, garlic, but there's also a few proprietary spices in there. But SPG is really, really good. If you haven't tried that one, it pretty much goes on everything. There you go. Look at that. How good does that look? So there's our coleslaw. There's our sweet and sour slaw with our Tex-Mex, about to be Tex-Mex street corn. So with the Simple Summer Collection, you get the, goodness me, which one is it? You get the red garlic sansal. I'm actually out of it. I used the rest of it just a couple of days ago, so I'm gonna use the chili flakes and garlic one. But really, you can use whatever seasoning you want. Whatever you like on your corn, you can get creative. Just get butter and any seasoning. So I'm just going to show you. I should maybe have done this earlier so that it was not quite so hot. But this is how easy this corn is to cook in the steamer. You just, like I said, you just cut both sides, pop in the microwave for 5 minutes, and there you go. There's no messy silks. That just pops right out. No messy silks. Okay? But you're gonna obviously normally wait until this cools down just a little bit because I don't want anybody to burn themselves, but there you go. Pops right out. So let's just see here. We get our, let's let that cool down. There's our corn though. Nice and clean. I'll grab it with my cloth here. It's nice and clean. There's no husks to peel off. It's all inside. Easy peasy. If you compost, you can toss that in your compost and you're ready to go, okay? So there's your corn. 5 minutes. Don't husk it. Chop the ends off. Put it in your multi-purpose steamer in the microwave, 5 minutes, and you have perfectly done corn without any silks hanging off of it. How cool is that? That was a tip that was shared with our leader Dana Kale from British Columbia. So it was amazing, amazing hack she shared with us, and I use it all the time now. Okay, let's move on to the star of our show. Our easy peasy tacos, packed 22 grams of protein, pea protein, split peas. So good. What an amazing thing to take camping. It's very lightweight. Here's the package. All right, so it's not just the seasoning. This product is actually like the meat, essentially, okay? So this should serve, there's 8 tacos, enough for 8 tacos in here. And there you go. Luna, you gotta get down. There's your protein, okay? So in each pack, or each serving, you're getting over 20 grams of pea protein. So I'm gonna show you how to do that. It's super, super easy. I'm probably gonna get new water though because my water's gotten kind of cold. You wanna use fairly warm water. So I'll just let my water stay on for a few minutes. Let it get warm, hot. You need 2 cups, okay? So this is great, even if you're not vegan or you eat meat, this is great for like camping. It's great for students away at school. It takes up very little room. All right, so our 2 cups of water. All you're gonna do is pop that in here. The seasoning and the meat is in there, okay? That's it. And you're gonna put your 2 cups of water in the bowl. And if you're curious and you like these clear bowls, they're called their 4-cup prep bowls. They have a beautiful silicone lid that comes with them, so they're great for leftovers. They're great for, obviously, cooking, prepping. They come in a 1 cup size as well. Like this guy, this one comes in a pack of 4. Also comes with silicone lids, and they have convenient measurements on the sides of them as well. So they really help out in the kitchen. We have several sets. The kids use it for yogurt. I use it for my dips. I use it for a ton of things. So with this 2 cups of water, all we're doing is essentially rehydrating the pea protein. But of course, if you're not vegan or you're just not into this, we have regular taco seasoning packages as well, but I would recommend giving it a try. It's pretty darn good. So you're just going to want to let that sit for a few minutes and hydrate. So I'm going to move that over here. What we can do right now is we can take our corn and we can plate that, and then we can warm up our taco shells. So all I've done is I'm using our newer, larger round steamer, and I've just put in 4 taco shells into the bottom, and I'm just gonna put that in the microwave for like 30 seconds to a minute. And that's gonna really warm up our shells, make them further flexible, and yeah. So if you wanted butter on your corn, who doesn't? I do have a stick. It's actually, I would guess this one's actually margarine. That will work. I'm just gonna rub my corn in it, get it nice and buttery, and then I'm going to use my topper. So it's our chili flakes and garlic. That will work, but you could also use that. Yum. That's just going to give it some flavor without all the extra salt. There you go. So you can use unsalted butter if you really are watching your sodium intake. Oh, yum. Look at that. You probably can't see that from here, but. All right, so I have a taco shell filler here. I'm gonna pop out my shells. Woo. And see, they're nice and pliable now. So I'm gonna pop those there. There we go. So if you wanted, you can do up your shells, keep the lid on, pop it on your table for serving, and it's just like at the restaurant. They come out warm and they stay warm. I'm gonna move on over here, and I'm also gonna bring you on over so that you can see what we're gonna do with our tacos. So this angle is not gonna be the greatest, but you got to see what it is that we are doing. Okay, so what I have here is actually our wok, our Epicure wok. It's fabulous. It's got a really nice heavy duty lid that stores in itself. I've been using this wok for a really long time now, and it will be heated. So I'm gonna put in 3 tablespoons of oil, and you can just see how nicely that works. So now that our pea protein is rehydrated, the lighting is not great here. I have to get that light fixed. It looks just like ground beef. It really does. So now I'm gonna toss that in the wok. Now, if you didn't have access to a stove, if you were camping, whatever, you could skip this step. You really could. You don't have to do this, but it does dry up a little bit of the extra liquid, and also takes on a little bit more of a consistency like ground meat. Okay, but if you didn't have access to a stove, you don't have to do that. So I'm actually just adding a juice of a half a lime to that using my 2-in-1 citrus press. And all you're gonna do is basically cook off that, that extra liquid, okay? So I'm gonna let that go a couple minutes, and I'm just gonna recap what we made tonight for those of you who are just hopping on as I see. Okay, so we made our no-bake cheesecake tarts. We made 36 of them, delicious. They'll go in the freezer and they can be a delicious guilt-free treat for the summertime, and it's not going to heat up your kitchen. We made our sweet coleslaw using our iconic red pepper jelly that you can only get in our Simple Summer collection. So if you want to make everything I made tonight, all you need is the Simple Summer collection. That's it. And you can make all of these things. All right, so our ground non-meat meat is almost ready. That's going. Oh, I'm actually really excited to try this coleslaw. We do have a coleslaw mix that is very popular, as well as our potato salad mix. I make both of those a lot, but this is the first time I have made the red pepper jelly coleslaw. And it looks, I have to say, it looks and smells pretty darn good. Okay, and then don't forget, we also made our street corn. So there you go. Just a really simple way to dress up your corn on the cob. And you really can use any seasoning that you want. So that's just one option. All right, so just to show you, this is about done, but I'm gonna put some on my taco shell here. You can use, you know, the hard taco shells too if you didn't want to. My husband actually recently discovered that you can buy gluten-free tortillas from Superstore. So if you're lucky enough to find those, these are not, but if you're lucky enough to find those, then there you go. We have our vegan tacos, our easy peasy tacos. We'll make our second one here. I think that's about done, so I'm turning the heat off. This wok is fabulous. You would not be disappointed. The only stovetop that it will not work on is induction. But if you have a gas stove like I do, or an electric stove, it's gonna work for you. All right, gonna take some more of that coleslaw and just place it. There you go. We have our easy peasy tacos, our street corn, and our amazing dessert. All right, so I'm gonna just move you guys back over here. Woo! And that's it. All right, how delicious does that look? I am so ready to eat. You can eat that, you know, of course, fresh. Or you can wait until they're frozen like the rest of them in the freezer, but who has time for that? Or really, who has the self-control for that? But that's it. That looks amazing. I can't wait to eat it. If like I mentioned, if you want to make everything I made tonight, all you need is a Simple Summer collection from our spring and summer 2021 catalog. That's it. All right. So I hope everybody enjoyed my demonstration tonight. If you know, you can see yourself doing this, hit me up. I can explain more about the opportunity. Or if you want me to come do this for you and your friends, let me know and I'd be happy to do it. I love what I get to do. It's so much fun. And I mean, I get paid to cook and eat and share. I get paid to cook and share, cook and share, cook and share. I'm doing it anyways. I'm making meals for my family. How great is that? Anyways, I could ramble on all night. So I hope you enjoyed my demo. I hope you have an amazing evening. And I really appreciate you watching. Like, subscribe, friend me on Facebook, and join my cooking group, Epic Meals with Jess. And check out my brand new website, epicmealswithjess.com. Thanks everyone. Have a great night.